Hey everyone. So, let me find out. I figured out how this little old town got connected to those secret society people. I figured it out. I did a video about the NAACP, and I said how it was the white folks was the one, the Ku Klux Klan and them was the one that created. But it's something that have came to my recollection. So, the spokesperson for the NAACP is Reverend William Barber. And guess where he's from? Plymouth, North Carolina, right where I stay. Ain't that about a blimp? That's how they've been connecting. They've been talking to him, and he's been sending the messages to the elites. He is the middleman when it comes to the situation. Not even just that. And it's like, it's so crazy because his mother, 90-some years old, and she's been working for the school district. She's worked for the school district for about 80, not 80 now, that can't be 80 years, about like 60 or something years. Yeah. She was the key into the educational system. They've been working together. That's how the whole town had me hostage. Because she was working as a, she was working in the office. She was working in the office. I think she was as a teacher at one point, long time ago. But then she started working in the office. And then she looked like a sweet old lady, just no different than all these people that have been around me. They play that Christian life, that church life. But it's crazy because this is the thing, y'all. When it comes to my story, everybody that has came against me was from the church. Literally from the church. Excuse my camera. It's a little, hold on a second. Try. It is what it is. From the church. Everybody was prayed up. Prayed up. Sound like saints and everything. But all of them was on some dumb mess. Because my mother had told me a long time ago. And it's not that I'm going back. It's like I go with the flow of things. Okay? And this is the message I have to go with this point. Because I'm learning about myself. That's all it is. Okay? No hard feelings. I'm just learning about myself. And so the thing about it is, with these church folks, they go to church, they go to Bible study, they go to church choir practice, they do all of this church stuff. But lo and behold, they doing secret conversations. And the thing about the secret conversations, like I told you before, they can talk just like I am, but their spirits holding conversations at the same time. It's crazy. It's subliminals. But however, my mother told me probably like a week or so ago when she was a little bit upset. That time I tell you we had got into, well, it wasn't so much I got in disagreement. I was telling her, hey, you better watch out what's about to happen to you. She said, the churches already know about you, something about the churches. How would they be able to do it? Because since he is part of the NAACP, right, and he goes to all these churches and preach, he know the Vatican. He knew the Pope. He knew the Pope. That's how the Pope knew about what was going on, because the churches would contact him, and that's how they go back and forth. That's how they done it. He's the middleman. He's been walking around here pretending like he had about growth and change or whatever, right? And he got so many people on his team. But if you notice, he had to mix politics with the church, right? I thought you don't supposed to do that. I thought y'all didn't supposed to do that. I thought that you don't supposed to do that. When they do the NAACP stuff, they try to throw the church in it. But see, they was taking funding and utilize it for these trafficking stuff. Okay, my spirit talking, these trafficking stuff or whatever. That's what they was doing. When y'all go to the NAACP meetings, y'all are providing funding for the sex trafficking. Because y'all have to provide certain type of money. Y'all doing benefits and stuff. Y'all been benefiting. Y'all been paying for the kids that they've been stealing. Y'all been paying for it. That's how they done it. Y'all been paying for the whole scaboodle, everything. They use the black people money to pay for the sex trafficking stuff, to pay for the kidnapping stuff, all of that. And you wondering why the blacks do not get the funding that they need, because you're paying for the sacrifice of me and the rest of them. Y'all been paying to kill me. Y'all don't even realize it. Every single one of y'all, when y'all go to these award shows and stuff, y'all getting dolled up, y'all doing all this stuff. The money that y'all provide for this stuff, y'all been providing. That's how they been supplying it. That's why I said everybody a killer at the end of the day. Because y'all been supplying the money to all of this stuff. All of this stuff. So before you go look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, I'm a killer. Neighbor, I'm a killer. Y'all tied the money, went to the sex trafficking stuff. They have to pay certain money out. That's where the money been going to. If you notice, like I told you about before, why the Pope don't do tithing? Why the Pope never did tithing? It's because he didn't want to be tied to it, because he was the one that was doing the sacrificial stuff. Okay, but yeah, when it comes to how this transition, when it comes to me and my family and this community, he's the ringleader. He's the ringleader. He is the voice. But see, the thing about it is, because he dabs in the church, you wouldn't think he's so evil. You wouldn't think that because he's in the church. And that's the sad part. That's what I say. It's more people in the church that's in hell than on the outside. More people. There's more sinners inside the church than is on the outside. And y'all wonder why I talk the way I do. Because this is the real. I don't care what level. I don't care if I curse. I don't care if I say something sexual or whatever. This is truth. Those folks in the inside, those the lies. And I'm not trying to say all of y'all, because some of y'all just got confused in the process. But that's what's going on. So, your leader of the NCAACP had been going to all these churches. Yes, he's the reason why I'm in the situation I'm in. They was the ones that contacted him. They did a bid with him. Oh my God. So I saw a video. I'm not going backwards, because that's what my test was. I'm not going backwards. I just need to tell y'all this. See, every time when I do a video, those videos are also for me as well. So I told you about how you can still be tested. So if I go back into certain things that I'm being tested, this is a part of just notifying that this man was a part of this situation. He was a part of from the religious side. His mom was a part of it from the church side. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it is what it is. You know, I'm here. I thank y'all. I thank every single one of y'all. Because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't even be here today. Because if it wasn't for the obstacles, the extra obstacles that y'all put in my way, I want to be the strong person. And I'm glad that I started on this end and not being thrown straight into the limelight. Because if I would have thrown in the limelight, I'd be fake just like a lot of these people that's out here. Not all of y'all, but a lot of them. So I'm thankful for my humbling and my upbringing of how this transition has went. Because this is me. Alright? This is me. This is who I am. I ain't stressing about all of this other stuff. I'm not about to sit here and complain about nothing. You feel the breeze out here? I can feel it. I'm alive. You understand me? Like I said in the message, no, I put it in the description. That's heaven. You alive. That's heaven, y'all. It don't matter if folks evil and stuff like that. That's the spirit inside of them mad because they can't be in heaven with you. That's what it is. You a vessel. You a vessel. That's armor. You in heaven. It may not look the way you want it because it's the spirit inside of you telling you that ain't it. That ain't it. But if you appreciate the transitions and appreciate the things that's in your life, man, you'll realize you're in heaven and everything gonna flow to you the way it needs to. You ain't got to worry about wants, because God already know the wants. Those wants are those needs. You understand me? That's the beauty in it, because when you put love first, man, everything comes to you like it's supposed to. You ain't got to sit there and be mad at folks. Like, think about it. Look at me, man. Every single day, these folks been killing me. Every single day. Every single day. Every single day. Basically, when you go to sleep, you die. And when you wake back up, you either wake up as the person that you was and you on that same level, or you wake up as another person. How many of y'all really believe if you actually are alive or not? You dead every single time. You die every single time. That's just life. It is what it is. But when you have the ultimate death, when you go through that transition, somebody murders the vessel, it's just where the vessel cracked. I know it sounds insensitive. It does. But it just means your vessel was cracked. Guess what? Now, your mold was cracked. And either God's saying we're going to prepare that mold, or you deserve a better one. It's that simple. I don't look at it as a loss. Look at it like somebody said on another video. Look at it as a celebration. You outgrown your vessel. Ain't no different than a snake that come out of its skin, a crab coming out of its shell, a tadpole transition into a frog. You understand? Anytime someone passed away, just say, God, thank you. Thank you, God. Because you letting me know that that vessel is done and you about to upgrade them to another one. That's it. That's why you got to love everyone. Because if you love everyone, then guess what? You'll be able to see when that vessel is back in front of you. That new vessel is in front of you. But if y'all always out here showing, hey, how you going to appreciate the vessel, the new body? How you going to appreciate the new form? I don't know if I want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. It's like Jamie Foxx on the BET Awards. And I'll tie it all together. He started talking, and I did a video, and I said that he passed away, and he got a new spirit in his form. When I stated that message, man, in my spirit at the time, I was going through transitions, finding myself. And I was praying to myself. I'm praying to God, like, man, I hope this is not real. I hope this is not real. And as a person, just an individual, hearing that video back, like, God, that is jacked up. It's like, that's jacked up. Like, how can you tell somebody that, hey, the old you is dead, but you got a new body, you got a new spirit in it, and that spirit is still you. It's remembering the old you. It's remembering different things, but it's only remembering what it need to remember. But you need to go and take that new spirit and go on with your life. And not even just that, but the family got to realize this is a new person. This is a new person. But if y'all go look at Jamie Foxx's pictures, you can see the brightness in his face. And I'm not saying because of his complexion, no, because he's a black man or something like that. You can see the brightness in his face. You can see a transition in his face. You can see that stress has came off of his face because he has leveled up. Just remember, in all of our transitions, we're good and we're bad. So even the spirit that came into his form was a demonic spirit, but the vessel that he created was more powerful than the spirit inside of it. And now he's controlling that spirit and helping the spirit inside him to learn what true life and true love is. Ain't no different than what we all doing. You understand? A brand new vessel, a brand new body. So why we all out here mad at each other? Instead of going out here and doing our own aesthetics and building, go build, I call it what it is. I call it a Build-A-Bear. Why is it that you're doing a Build-A-Bear when you should be alive? Why should you become a Build-A-Bear when you already a beast on your own? And I'm not saying it in a bad way. It's an amazing way. When people look at a bear, they look at a bear could be soft and cuddly or it's a beast. I'd rather for my body to form and look like a beast and be appreciative for the vessel that I'm in, because I know God created that vessel. And I know that when God say it's time for an upgrade, either the spirit within me is going to upgrade itself, or God's going to transition me into something even better. And yeah, when that transition happens, it could be in this form or it could be in another form. I also have to realize that, guess what? Everything happens for a reason. Do y'all know right now, I told y'all about fear, right? I told y'all about fear. And I said that I don't want y'all to think that I don't get scared. Do you know, God, that message is also for me? This is my form. But I feel like God's telling me, you about to get a new body. So, if this form does die, I'm going to still continue living on. Or even if this vessel, because that's something y'all don't understand. And I'm trying not to get emotional on this. I'm a vessel. And as much as I'm not afraid of death, but to know when your mission can be complete in a form, you get afraid of life. That's a new one. See, everybody afraid of death. Ain't nobody afraid of life. That's a whole different level. Because when you've been bondaged down for so long, and the chains about to be broken off, and your spirit can actually roam free, and be in a position where nothing but messing with you, nothing's bothering you. You know how hard of a job and work I had to go through to be able to go into a position where God is saying, you're going to live the rest of your life with no problems, no worries. Whatever you want, whatever you think of, whatever you say is going to happen exactly that way for you. Matter of fact, you can think it. And before it's like, how can I say it? I can say, oh, I want some ice cream right now. By the time the thought come out of my head, somebody's bringing it to me. You know how much hard work I had to go through. You know how many deaths I had to go through. This wasn't no overnight thing. I may be 37, but my spirit been here for decades. Think about it like this. You know how determined I had to be to help take the spirit that's inside of me, the original creator spirit that turned demonic, the most demonic spirit in the universe, and to turn it into a godly one. You know how much willpower I had to have. Despite all the spells, the beauty spells, the body spells, the mental spells, the physical spells, the spiritual spells that was attacked on me because of my spirit. My spirit. Even my own spirit attacked me. My own spirit attacked me. That's the crazy thing. These spells that happened to me was because my spirit hated me. Because it was trapped. Because I held on to it like a bear hug. I became that beast and held on to it and said, you ain't going nowhere. I don't care if your spirit, I don't care if your spirit want to go out here and trick out here in the streets. I don't care if your spirit want to go out here and drink. I don't care I don't care if you want to go out here and be on drugs. I don't care if you want to jump off with every Tom, Dick, and Harry and Susie and Sally. You ain't going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. We may not have to go into the church. We're going to learn. We ain't going to church because that's what got you started up in the first place. That's what caught you up in the first place. You went into the church. You're going to stay on the outside. We're going to stay out here. We learned what we need to learn. We're going to stay out here. We're going to listen. We're going to learn. Nope, sit your butt down. No, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going to say nothing. Sit your butt down. Nope. You know how many times my spirit wanted to have those when I told you. The reason how these people was able to cipher my energy was through sex. So every single time I had a sexual thought, they was raping me in the spirit because she was allowing it to happen. All these mother suckers out here that was utilizing my spirit was raping me in the spirit, and then my family was raping me in the reality. And it was not so much physically, and when I was a kid, there's some things that had happened to me that I don't really know, but I feel spiritually I know. My spirit was trying to kill me. My spirit was killing me. My spirit was killing me. My spirit was the original OG, the original Jezebel spirit. My spirit, I had to make it brand new. 37 years. Ever since a baby, 37 years. I told y'all, when I came into the situation, my spirit lied to me and said, I'll be right back. I'm going to come back and get you. Remember I told you, but when I was a baby, before I came out of the womb, she said, let me have your body. If you allow me to have your body, I'll come back for you. I said, is this how we're going to heal the world? Yeah, I got you. Nah, she went and tricked out. Now, in the reality world, she got me caught up a couple of times. But thank God it wasn't as many times as a lot of other folks out here in the world. She got me caught up when it came to drinking and smoke and weed. But thank God I was strong enough to stop that. You understand me? She got me caught up to the point where I didn't want to believe in myself and I just wanted to sit down and not do anything. But I said, you know what? We're going to get up today. So when I told y'all that if I have to knock my own spirit out, that's what I meant. And that's what I did. You know how strong-minded you had to be? That I had to get rid of the original spirit, the creator of all creations, of the creations of the creations. And I had to tell it, sit your behind down. Because my vessel was blessed with so much love. You know, that spirit, I was in the book of life. That spirit found me. Came all the way to the future and found me and been trying to corrupt me from the beginning of time. So when y'all go back in my videos and I talk about when I was getting beat up and all of that, it's because she was attacking me from the beginning of time. That's how powerful I am. She been attacking me from the beginning of time. But I held strong. 37 years. Took me 37 years to recreate something that took decades to destroy. So when y'all look at a lot of these towers and stuff falling, and y'all looking at your family members starting to say, you know, thank you, God, for just breathing and for another day. Remember me. Remember me. And when you remember me, remember that that spirit is inside of you. And if I'm strong enough to tell that spirit to sit his ass down, you can too. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.